Hello, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. It's Gregory here at FIZZ Designs and SEO Glasgow. We're doing a follow-up video to a video we launched a couple of days ago. We're just getting right in there, hitting it while we can. We want to let people know all the tips, advice, things that can help their businesses do better online. Of course, that's the aim for the videos. That's the aim for also our podcast. But in this video, we're asking first and foremost, of course, please do like and subscribe all of our videos, our previous videos, and of course, subscribe to the channel because it helps us know that we're creating you good material that's helping you, good videos that are of use to yourself. And of course, it motivates us all a wee bit more to make more and more of these videos. So let's get right into it. In the last video, you'll have seen that we were talking about client reviews, how to get more Google reviews, increase business revenue, and we were just using a simple tip and technique that we've been using for a good 14 years here at FIZZ. And it really does work. It's been making a massive difference to dozens and dozens of clients that have come through our doors. So you got to try this. Now, if you want to do that, you need to go back to the previous video. But in this video, we're doing a follow-up to what we said in the last video, where we're going to show you how to basically increase your traffic through from organic search into your website. Now, there's a couple of things you're going to need to do in order for this to happen, but I'll guide you through these couple of things. First and foremost, I must point out your website must get ranked on Google for whatever search phrases that you're targeting. You know, if you're a joiner in, let's say, Glasgow, or a joiner in Edinburgh, you must first and foremost at least be on page one of Google for joinery services Edinburgh, or, you know, I'm a joiner in Glasgow. Because if you're not, you do not stand a chance. And if you're not getting ranked for these kind of things, go and find a business like FIZZ or somebody local, an SEO consultant that can actually help you with that. That is the first and foremost thing you need to do. Because if you're not standing a chance of ranking for these things, you don't stand a chance getting traffic anyway. I think these days, more business owners are becoming a bit more tuned into this, and you'll hear by listening, especially to the podcast, how I've been talking about lots of wee things that you, the business owner, must know about these days. You must know about. If you're not doing certain things, your business is in decline online. So let's jump past all of that. Let's tune into the screen here. You'll see that I'm sharing my Mac monitor, right? Because I want to show you first and foremost. There you go. There's the last video that we were looking at. Okay, so there's what was going on in it. Next up, we're going to jump to Google search, right? Because I want to talk you through and show you some live examples of different search phrases that FIZZ gets found for. All right. Now, as you will see here, WordPress web design Glasgow. Let me just move over closer to the screen. All right. WordPress web design Glasgow. Now, we specialize in only WordPress, all right? That's why everything that we do is very focused on WordPress. So, WordPress Web Design Glasgow, you'll find us somewhere on page one here. Okay, we're going to skip by, just so you know, see these sponsored ads. They're paid for ads. They're called AdWords. They're there because these people are paying top dollar to be in that position right at the top. They'll have a budget for the day. It might be £5, it might be £10, it might be £100. To be here and to get clicked, it's more than likely costing them £2-3, maybe £5. It really depends on the industry and the search phrases. But the point is, they're paying to be there. And at some point, when their budget's used up, their advert will drop off and they'll no longer be seen. Now, obviously, the difference coming down the page is that when you hit organic, which is Infinite, is that Infinite Eye? Once you see Infinite Eye, FIZZ Designs, James Mackey, Jonathan Mills, etc., and so on, we're all organic from this point down. And that means that we've been doing organic SEO and that we've been doing it for more than likely a long time in order to be in these positions. And that, in my opinion, is a better long-term strategy, and that's where an SEO comes in. That's where search engine optimization is very important for your brand and business long-term. Okay, but for the purposes of this, I've obviously done my search, WordPress, web design, Glasgow, and as you can see, FIZZ is coming up in position 2 organically. Okay, now if we scroll down the page a wee bit more, you'll see lots of other businesses and all these kind of options coming up. You'll see, of course, the maps comes in. That's your Google Local kicking in, showing who the local businesses are in the area, and that'll be located more to the city centre of Glasgow, into the central point. But as well as that, you'll see there's reviews, stars. That's what we're aiming for here. We're aiming to get stars up in front of people, because when the people are doing their searches for the very thing that they're looking for, you want to capture their eye line with bells and whistles, as I call it. Now, as you'll see here, no other competitors really doing this. Scroll back up, position 2, FIZZ Designs and SEO. There's 124 5-star reviews. Now, these reviews are collected across a number of different platforms, including Google, Facebook, Yelp, Trustpilot. They're already, there's other platforms as well, but they're already just out of them 4. You could also say Yell.com as well as another one. But out of them alone, some of the most trusted high domain authority websites in the whole of the internet. So, this isn't just any made up reviews. These are genuine reviews that have been left and written by our customers, or your customer, or any competitors that have this going on, which you will see in a minute. That's their clients that have left these reviews. So we'll jump on to the next one. WordPress SEO Glasgow. So again, we'll skip by the sponsored ads, 4 of them this time, and you will see that WordPress SEO Glasgow, here we have FIZZ coming in here and here, but more importantly, my main page for that search phrase here, that very thing there is called your snippet. It includes your meta description and title, your URL, and of course any schema information that is being picked up from the website as well. And we'll talk about schema in a minute. I always say SKI as in ski, MA as in my mother. What the Irish people call their, and some Scottish and maybe Scousers as well, they call their mothers their mas. So schema is, and it's not spelt schema, by the way, it's SCHEMA, but it's easier to remember it that way. And you'll see that this is picking up all different parts of data that's in the website and displaying it in your snippet. Let's call this your organic advertisement, okay, if it makes it easier to think about it. And you can see there, SEO Glasgow, build authority, reputation, and dominate search. And then we've got a wee explanation, blah, blah, blah. And of course, then again, the reviews. Next up, we have Logo Designers Glasgow. Okay, so we'll skip by the local coming up. There's no sponsored ads this time round. And we've got 1, 2, position 3 is FIZZ. And again, you'll see schema information's coming up, showing 124 reviews, albeit we do have 128 reviews, but for whatever reason, it's not picking up 4 of them. So again, you'll maybe find you'll go into the next page and it'll show us 128. It's just whatever's happening here. It's not picked. It's dropping off 4. It can happen. So anyway, there we go. Once again, in a whole page of different results, we are showing our results, which I think is a massive thing for people that are coming in, looking for logo design. They're getting to see that, well, wait a minute, these guys are very well rated, okay? And I'll get to why it's important in a minute. Corporate Designers Scotland. Again, we'll skip by that first one because that's a featured snippet. So you've got position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay. So position 2, Corporate Designers. Again, we've got the reviews coming up. We've also got local kicking in and so forth. Jump over. A local town to me is called Milgai. or it looks like Millengavi, but it's Milgai, it's pronounced, and web designers Milgai. Again, jump by the local and you'll see that we're just 15 minutes away, but we're position 1. And again, there's this time 122 reviews showing up. SEO Greenick, let's jump to the top. There's no sponsor. Is there sponsored? No, no sponsored. So we're coming down to here and we're position 3 by the looks of it. Right, position 3. Now, this time there's no stars coming up. Okay, so that gives me a to-do list. And on that to-do list, I'll write down there's no schema showing up on this very snippet. Okay, so I will then go and do the work on the page to make sure that that information is going to then display up into that page. Because I feel that by, the Facebook are showing it, but no other competitors there are showing it, that by having them reviews there, it stands a chance that we're going to get a higher conversion rate. Okay, once again, SEO Paisley, let's see if it has it. Scroll down. Craig Campbell, Digital Landscape. Let's see, position 5, I think it is, or 6 maybe. Again, there you go, 124 reviews, all 5 stars. So again, that's great signaling. Facebook's showing their 1 review or 1 vote. But again, it's stars, and fair play to any competitor that's putting these up. Fair play, because you're showing people exactly what you have. Don't gather all your reviews up. Don't have 2, 3, 4, 500 reviews and don't display them. Man, that is digital suicide. You have to get that on there. Next up, SEO Glasgow. Let's scroll down a few because I know we're not at the top of that page. We're up against a lot of agencies, big players in here. We're a small business, but we're making it happen. And there you will see before we get to the bottom of the page, SEO Glasgow by FIZZ, and there we go once again. Now, let's scroll up a bit just to see some of these big agencies and big players, bigger companies, much bigger than what FIZZ is, are not doing this, and that's up to them. Here we have, now they're a big agency, yes, they're doing it, 980 votes. Wow, you know what I mean? But they're a global agency. And nobody else really doing it. Yeah, of course, and here we've got reviews, but they're not showing the reviews. Again, that's up to them. They might have their own reasons for this. Okay, now let me jump across and just explain to you. I've just copied some of this information and put it here for you to see. This is coming off the net. This is explaining by Google. This is what Google's saying when you ask this. What is schema structured data or schema markup? Schema markup, also known as structured data, is a language search engines use to. I'm not a good reader here, as you can see. That's why I'm better just going off the cuff. Used to read and understand the content on your pages. By language, we mean a semantic vocabulary code that helps search engines characterize and categorize the content of web pages. In this regard, what we're doing with the review side of it, review schema helps you mark up data like real user reviews of real platforms like Trustpilot, who are one of the biggest in the world at gathering, genuine reviews. Product ratings is another one, and hold on, phone's ringing. Google crawls and indexes this content it picks up and uses it to mark up, to understand the content of the page better, and also uses the information to enhance your search listings, your search advertisement, your organic snippet, all these things I was talking about earlier. Now, finally, there you'll see, there's the example. There's your search snippet. I've done the red box just to kind of highlight it to people hitting our page. That's what you want to be doing. You want to be coming up. You want to see the stars. You want to have your page description, and you want to have a good title. If you've not got that going on, please go and find yourself a search engine optimizer, an SEO. In here, you'll find there's a wee video, myself again, just discussing and talking about these reviews. Our software is an automated software that helps ourselves and our clients gather this information and make this all happen, basically. For example, if somebody leaves one of my clients or FIZZ Designs and SEO Glasgow a review this very moment, you'll find that within a matter of minutes, that will then display on the website. And then in a matter of maybe a day or a day or two, it will then display, if not quicker, it will then display on the search snippet, that wee very box. Okay, so that's why we want to get our clients everything happening as quickly as possible and less hassle. We don't want them having to come every time, or we won't want you having to go to your web designer every time and say, hey, we got another review, can you put that on our website? We don't want the hassle of you having to log in and do it. We get it all going, let's say, auto magically, okay? Automated reviews collector. Display your customer reviews from across the internet. Now, here's the big thing, and there's a study on this. You'll see this in a second. Plus, it will help convert more traffic up to 35%. And that's because people see the stars in that snippet, in that wee organic advertisement. They see the stars, and it's actually enticing more people to click through onto your website. Because why? There's more trust, there's more reputation. People want to use businesses these days that have got more trust, more reputation, and in turn, of course, more reviews, of course. So we have different variations of this. We've got a grid layout, slider layout, floating widget, and of course, you've got the snippet stars. If anything, to me, the biggest thing about this here very software and this very service, it's all about the stars. Okay, there we go. There's the stars. You want the stars in Google search because it's going to get you more traffic, more business, and more revenue in the long run. There you go. There's the box explaining it all. Now, I'm not going to go through everything. If you want to, here's the URL up there. It's automated reviews. So you're going to go to fizzdesigns.co.uk/automated reviews. Okay. Now, will it convert more business? Yes, of course. And here's the studies, and you'll be able to click through to Spiro, CXL, Bright Local, and Done for You. Okay. They're talking about all the studies that they did back in, well, there's one as far back as 2017. Another study that was done, it showed a higher percentage. Look, read them, see what you pick out of it. What I will say is that any of our clients that are using this very thing have reported that it has been much better for them because they're getting more trust shown online. They're getting more stars in front of people, and people are clicking through more often. So in turn, it's working with their SEO. Most of these clients that are using this, to be fair, have an SEO subscription working. And this, along with their subscription, is helping increase everything. It's all about trust, your reputation management. You know, these are the things that we work with our clients, certainly. And this is why it's part of their package. Now, if you're wanting to have a standalone service, which we do have a few web design clients who we've just built websites for, they don't have any traffic services in whatsoever, no SEO happening, but they do use the standalone service, this very software, to help them get more schema so that we get the reviews on their pages and help, again, get them a wee increase in their traffic when they're found online or where they're found online. So here's a wee layout just to show you. This is the slider option. Now, most of our reviews are on Google. Then we've got Facebook. There's maybe one or two on Yelp, and there's a handful more on Trustpilot. Trustpilot at the moment shown as a rating 4.3, simply because I think with Trustpilot you need 10 or 12, something like that, a higher number, in order for it to calculate, albeit every one of the reviews on Trustpilot. We can click it here. 5, 5, 5, 5. Again, that's my dad's business had left. He was the first guy to do that back in 2019. So there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 reviews on there, right? So 8 reviews on Trustpilot, but it's still shown as 4.3, albeit they're all 5s. Yelp, I've got 1, 2, 3. That was 3. That was 3 in total. Facebook, there's about 20 something plus on it, and in here there's probably 80 something plus. I can't mean 85 or something like that. So the point is, this software is collecting them all in. It's showing all the different options so people can go through all the different platforms and see them for what they are. And that's used on all our like standard landing pages, service pages, etc., etc. Then on our reviews page, you'll find that we've got the grid layout because it allows you to have a dedicated reviews page, and then they're all listed in a row. Now you can see there's 1, 2, 3 showing up, three rows of 4 columns, but you can just click to see more and see more and see more. There's also an option for a wee floating widget that can float down at the bottom of the website. That's also an option. I personally, I'm not a big fan of it. I think if you've got enough of these things going on your pages, that's enough. There's a lot of other things going on around the bottom of the pages, like cookie buttons, and sometimes you've got WhatsApp buttons. And our website, there's a WhatsApp button, and I just think too many things clutter up the page, and especially on mobile view. You don't want too much of the page being taken up. So that's why I opted out not to use that on our own website. I did have at one point, but I took it off. But it's there. It's a floating widget if people want it. For me, it's all about 3 things: slider layout, grid layout, and more importantly, snippet stars. You want to get the stars in your snippet, and that is your schema. Schema. Okay, so if you haven't got it yet, schema. Okay, now finally, before I go, there's a wee saying there. I was taught this many years ago by one of the marketing guys that worked with us. Be the purple cow in the room, or be the purple cow in the field, I should say. And that's like a field of Frisian cows. They're all black and white, but all of a sudden there's this purple and white cow that is standing in the middle of the field, in among, let's say, 40 different cows, but there's one purple one. It stands out. So be the purple cow in the room or in the field, stand out. And that's really what you want to do. Stand out from your competitors. And like I said, in among these, you can see there's 5 stars jumping out, 5 stars jumping out, 5 stars jumping out. Just make that happen, because the more you make that happen, the better. Jumping back to the YouTube channel, of course, here's the YouTube channel. Come in. If you've got any questions, you want to talk to us, leave a comment. But of course, like, subscribe, and well, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I haven't been too long-winded, but I wanted to talk through this in a bit of detail. I wanted you to understand it. Yeah, I do throw a wee bit of humour in there. It's maybe not the greatest, but it's just for a bit of fun. I hope you've liked it. Hopefully we'll see you in more videos. And don't forget, before you go to fizzdesigns.co.uk/podcast. There's episodes on there that you can listen to when you're in the car, out for a run, a jog, wherever you're at, in the gym. Listen to, but you're maybe cooking. There we go. I love to cook and listen to podcasts. Be like me. Get the podcast on, because there's lots of other wee things that are not on the YouTube as of yet that we're talking about in the podcast that should well be of interest to your business and will help you as a business owner, a staff member, an entrepreneur even, do better online. All right. It's FIZZ Designs and SEO Glasgow. I'm Gregory Cooper. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.